This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. This week, the American Civil Liberties Union filed a lawsuit against Florida International University on behalf of 7 students who protested against the school's 287G agreement with ICE. WMNF's Juanita Hurtado-Huefno has details.
Earlier this year, the student group Icebreakers held a silent protest during a campus speaker event. The event featured FIU President Janet Nunez and former baseball player Alex Rodriguez. During the demonstration, students wore Eyes Off FIU t-shirts and walked out of the event. According to court documents, the incident lasted less than 5 minutes.
There was no disruption to the event. There was no disruption to the campus. But the university investigated them and ended up disciplining them for violating a rule that broadly prohibits expressive activities indoors at FIU. That sort of blanket prohibition is a blatant unconstitutional law.
That is Michelle Morton, an ACLU attorney familiar with the case. She points to the landmark ruling of Tinker v. Des Moines Independent Community School District. In that case, the Supreme Court ruled that schools can only limit student expression if it causes a substantial disruption to school activities, academic learning, or invades the rights of others. By that standard, Morton argues the school's restriction on expressive activities is too vague and violates the First Amendment.
The reality is that we're living in a time where the government is trying to take more and more control over the ideas that people can express, the ideas that we can all debate, and trying to, have an orthodoxy of ideas that everyone has to sing the same tune. That is something that we at the ACLU of Florida are fighting back against and encourage everyone else to as well.
The lawsuit names FIU President Janet Nunez, Board of Trustees Chair Carlos Durad, and 3 other university administrators as defendants. For WMNF News, I'm Juanita Hurtado-Huefno.
This week, a federal appeals court cleared the way for Erika Santos' retaliation case against Eastern Florida State College. WMNF's Juanita Hurtado-Huefno reports Santos was fired after someone sent screenshots of her private Facebook page to her employer.
Santos was an accountant for Eastern Florida State College when she was fired for a social media post commenting on the death of Charlie Kirk. The firing followed a month-long suspension without pay after an anonymous tip showing screenshots of Santos's private Facebook page. Her posts commented on Charlie Kirk's views on sexual assault, abortion, and school shootings. Michelle Morton is the lead attorney in this case. She works with the American Civil Liberties Union.
If an employee is being disrespectful to their boss, if they're doing things, saying things that are interfering with the work that they were hired to do, then the government can respond just like any other manager. But that is a different thing than these cases where there's no disruption at all.
According to the ACLU, Erika Santos is one of several state employees across Florida who were targeted and penalized for their social media posts in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death. The state's Wildlife Commission recently agreed to a nearly $500,000 settlement with a former biologist. She was fired over a satirical whale meme she posted about Kirk on Instagram. Erika Santos' trial is scheduled for June 2027. For WMNF News, I'm Juanita Hurtado-Huefno.
Pinellas Park City Council voted unanimously to impose a 1-year moratorium on a new data center development after American Tower Corporation proposed a 17,000 square foot data processing facility east of Belcher Road. The moratorium is intended to give the city time to evaluate the potential impacts of data centers. Spectrum News reports that several people spoke during the meeting, many of them opposed to the facility. Charles Buhega, who lives just over a mile from the proposed site, called it a unique situation that's going to affect all of us in a profound way. He said he worries about the potential effects of noise, pollution, and the economic impacts. In weather, it's going to be mostly sunny and hot today with a high of 93 and a feels-like temperature of 106. Lows tonight will be around 80 degrees and partly sunny on Friday with a high of 94 and a 40% chance of afternoon storms.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.